All right, I'm going to start off by saying Brakathea Hawa, Brakathea Hawashai, Brakathea Hawa, Brakathea Hawashai, Brakathea Hawa, Brakathea Hawashai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, I'm going to jump straight into this video. I don't want to ratazah, it'll be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go in the Rakah Kwadash. It should be real quick. As you can see, it's funny because I just did a lesson on the construction workers protesting, which we already know over there in Australia. They've been in the uproar, but that's just, not just in Australia, all throughout the four corners of the earth. These nations have been protesting against the government over this jab, this Babylon juice, this zombie juice, Beetlejuice, whatever you want to call it. But it's funny that the very next day, as you can see, what does it say? Off of Reuters, however you say it, magnitude 6.0 earthquake strikes near Melbourne. Melbourne, Australia is exactly where they were protesting. You can't tell me that we're not in these times, man. The prophecies are screaming. As it says in, what is that, Habakkuk? Though it tarry, wait for it, it shall not tarry. The vision is not tarrying, man. These prophecies are screaming, man. They're screaming. Our redemption is nigh. Jacob's trouble is nigh. We're at the door. All hell is about to break loose. The hour of temptation is drawing nigh. Repent. Okay? Seek the Lord. Pray, fast, put on as the elect. You rehearse the righteous acts. Do what you got to do, man. All right? Because it's about to get nasty. This thing, hey, all hell is about to break loose, man. We're in these times. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is visiting the world that he made. Okay? So, as you can see, this coincides right with Matthew 24, okay? 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 16. We're in these times, the times of the end, the times of our redemption, okay? When I'm talking about us, our redemption, I'm talking about Yasharallah, you tribes, and not all of Yasharallah, not all of Israel, but the elect of Israel, all right? We're definitely in the end times, all right? So this is Luke 21 and 10. Like I said, it coincides with Matthew 24. All right, and some of the things that have that Yahweh Shai prophesied have taken place already. Chiefly when he talked about pray that your flight be not in the winter in Matthew 24 and stuff like that. That's talking about 70 A.D. when Jerusalem was besieged by the Romans. Okay, and we fled, chiefly into the west parts of Africa, so on and so forth. But hey, the other parts of this prophecy is for now, the end times, man. Okay, and we know the things written aforetimes were for our learning. Okay, there's no new thing under the sun. But hey, we're definitely in these times. That's the point. Things to come. Luke 21 and 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay, and I just did a lesson on that. That's what you see. These kingdoms are divided. The Lord Yahweh Shai said, how can the kingdom stand if Satan be divided against himself, right? These are the signs of his coming. The disciples came privily and asked him, you know, these are the signs. We're in these times, man. And it's only going to intensify. It's only going to get worse. Repent, okay, while you still can, while you have liberty. The doors of mercy are drastically closing. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. We're in these times, man. Yahweh Shai is coming to bring division, fire on the earth. A man's foe shall be of his own household, man. The kingdoms are going to be divided. Race wars, class wars. It tells you for the lack of bread, the love of many shall wax cold, man. That famine is coming. Famine of food, famine of hearing the word. Esau is going to demonize the men of the Lord. He's going to lock the truth down. We're in these times, man. Persecution of the men of the Lord. You see, we're in these times. Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. And they got apps. You can go and Google it. They track the different various earthquakes, and you can't even keep up. And they're intensifying more and more. They're becoming greater and greater, as this video is going to show you. This news clip on Reuters, right, in Melbourne, Australia. right where the kingdom, right where they're protesting, right where they're unrighteous decrees. Esau's locking shit down, pulling children out of family homes and shit. They're damn near going through Jacob's trouble. But we're chiefly waiting for it to hit America, Babylon the Great, and the hour of temptation. That's drawing nigh, man. Okay, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. All right, that's the main point. And famines and pestilences. All right, and we're in the midst of a so-called global pestilence, a global, you know what I'm talking about. It's a global thing, a global lockdown, a global pandemic, if you may have it, right? And there's going to be actual more pestilences, man. The bubonic plague, all type of diseases are going to be out here, and fearful sights and great signs, and it says, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. And that's talking about these different blood moons, these eclipses, not to mention the chariots showing themselves more and more. We're in these times, man. It says, but before all these they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And that happened back during 70 AD. They were persecuting the so-called Christians, the true Christians, the followers of Yahushua HaMashiach. But it's going to happen again, okay? That's why Esau got these concentration camps, these FEMA camps. We're in these times, man. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. And you could keep reading the whole chapter. Basically we're gonna walk by faith in them days, man. The just shall live by faith. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna guide us. He's gonna put his words in our mouth. He's gonna, and that's why we're given diligence, so that that hedge will be around us. We'll be exempt from judgment. But the point of the matter is, I don't want to make this too long. Hey, with depth, things to come, as the blue letter titled it, and we're in these things are coming now. They're speaking, okay. They're speaking, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is warning you, So anyway, I don't want to wrap this out. This was edifying. Like I always say, man, keep pushing, keep your eye on the prize. Hey, keep your eye single, man. We're close. Our redemption is nigh, man. Shalom. Wa abad babal.
One of Australia's biggest earthquakes on record struck the state of Victoria on Wednesday. One of Australia's biggest earthquakes on record struck the state of Victoria on Wednesday. One of Australia's biggest earthquakes on record struck the state of Victoria on Wednesday. Government agency Geoscience Australia said it registered at a magnitude of 6.0 and that its epicenter was near a rural town northeast of Melbourne. The earthquake caused damage to buildings in the country's second largest city, with rubble blocking one of its main streets. Residents of Melbourne recounted the moment the quake hit.
Very scary. Telling the kids just to get ready to get out in the streets just in case.
I looked outside and from my balcony you could see the other buildings moving as well and the power line shaking.
Tremors could also be felt throughout neighbouring states in cities as far as Adelaide and Sydney. More than half of Australia's population of 25 million live in these affected areas, though no deaths have so far been reported. Prime Minister Scott Morrison, who is currently in Washington, D.C. to meet with U.S. President Joe Biden, spoke to reporters in a news conference.
At this stage, we have had no reports of serious injuries or worse, and that is very good news. It can be a very disturbing event for an earthquake of this nature. They are very rare events in Australia, and as a result, I'm sure people would have been quite distressed and disturbed by that.
The country's Bureau of Meteorology said it had not issued a tsunami threat following the earthquake, which measured higher than the country's deadliest tremor in 1989 that killed 13 people.